Hello all, welcome to this session. Myself Sanjam Singh, and in today's session we are going to discuss the security aspect of the things over cloud. Okay, we will see how we can secure our application, and we will see the firewall things. We will see the security groups, and we will try to discuss the types of attack over cloud, like distributed denial of service attack, and at the end we will see how you can secure your object storage and how you can secure your block storage kind of things. So let us start our today's session. Please let me know in the chat box my I am visible or not. Okay, fine, so let us start. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to see the security aspects over cloud. Basically, cloud means we are using this vulture. So we will see how we can secure our application over there. Okay. So let us start. So why security is critically important in cloud? Okay. So the first thing is protection of sensitive data. Okay, our data will be there on the cloud, so if it is not secure, so it is not good for users as well as a organization. Okay, for both of them it is important because it's matter of reputation. Okay, so let us talk about the second thing, compliance and regulations. Okay, so if an organization is going to lose some data of users, so they have to pay some penalties. Okay, and legal actions may be taken over there. So that is also important. And cyber attack. Okay, prevention of cyber attack. So the cyber attack may be of ransomware or DDoS or data breach, any kind of attack. So we need to be aware about these things. The fourth one, which is your shared responsibility model. But we move ahead. Let me check in the chat box, guys. Yeah. Okay, fine. So the fourth perspective which I'm going to talk is a shared responsibility model. Basically, as you can see, like shared. Na? Shared means, let us suppose your service cloud service provider is Vulture. Okay, so it is responsibility of Vulture to secure your hardwares. Okay, where your application is deployed, secure your networking devices. Okay, secure your storage devices. It's a responsibility of Vulture. Okay, and the second thing is user's responsibility. So it's responsibility of user to take care of the software which he is going to deploy over there. So that's why you can see the shared responsibility model means the responsibility will be shared, should be shared among your cloud service provider as well as the user. Okay, so this is also important, or you can say important perspective which we need to be focused on. And the fifth one, tenant environment, where let us suppose if someone who is unauthorized is trying to access your uh, instance or something. Okay, so this is also important. We need to be careful about this kind of breach. Okay, security breach. So the sixth one, this maintain data integrity. Okay, so it is responsibility to have security of your data, as well as let us suppose some changes or unauthorized changes happen. So it is very important to take care of these things as well. The seventh one, which we all know, like secure remote access. Okay, so let us suppose maybe you guys have built instances, so we create SSH keys. Okay, so with the help of SSH key, we will be able to access our uh, instance by sitting anywhere on the globe. Okay, so let us suppose if your instance is deployed in Delhi, or it is in Bengaluru, and you are sitting in Arizona or somewhere else in the world. So from there you will be able to access it if you have the SSH key. Okay, so it is also very important to take this thing into consideration. Okay, and preserve customer trust. Okay, so as I have told, like let us suppose if you are going to lose some data or some user credentials, so it is going to point a finger on your organization. Means it will create some trust issues. So it is very important to make sure this thing as well, like prevention of customers trust. Okay, so these are the few critical important things regarding your security over cloud. Okay, so let us see how what are the best practices. Okay, with the help of which we can prevent these things. Okay, or I can say with the help of these how you can secure your production applications. Okay, so the first one is SSH key. Okay, while creating your instance you will get an option, okay, to generate your SSH key. If you already generated it, so you can directly select that one. Okay, secure cell. The second one is you need to use firewalls. Okay, and security groups. Okay, in security groups we define the rules. Okay, like from which port or from which protocol your request should enter. Okay, so we define all those things in security group. So we need to be aware about this security group as well as firewall. Regular system updates. So the third point which is there, it is taken care by your cloud service provider. Okay, like here in our case Vulture. Okay, so it is going to take care of these things like updates part. The fourth one, secure application and database access. You need to be careful about the database part as well as your application. Okay, so let us suppose if you have created some database, so the credentials you need to save properly, and you need not to share with anyone who can misuse your data. So database should be secure and your application should also be secure. The fifth point which I'm going to talk is object and block storage security. Okay, so let us suppose if I talk about this object storage now. So here we put some objects in the bucket. Maybe you guys have seen in the last session where we have discussed how we can upload objects over object, or I can say bucket inside bucket. So let us suppose if you uploaded some kind of malicious thing, okay, some kind of virus over there in your block storage, so everything will get corrupt. So you need to be careful while uploading the things in your storages. Sixth thing, logging and monitoring. It also plays an important role in security. Basically, let us suppose if you have logging logs of your entire application, you will be able to easily see like what happened. Okay, from where your application is failed. So you can check from the help of logs. And monitoring is also important. Let us suppose somehow your CPU utilization is getting up. Okay, so if you put some monitoring thing over there or some alerts over there, so you will be notified earlier. Okay, before your system get failed, you will be notified. So monitoring is also important. And the seventh one, which is backup and disaster recovery. So let us suppose if you have deployed your application in one data center, if there is only one copy. So if something happens, you will not be able to recover the things. So it is also important to deploy your application at least in two data centers. Okay, and backup is also part of this one. Okay, the firewall thing I already discussed. Okay, we need to enable the firewall to make sure your application should receive the request or incoming request should be from a safe site. Okay, the ninth one, enable multi-factor authentication. Let us suppose if you are a user of Vulture Cloud, so there will be an option of MFA. Okay, so it is very important to turn on this multi-factor authentication. You will get some code, and with the help of that, you will be able to log in. Okay. Now the 10th one, which is DDoS, which is a very common attack, distributed denial of service kind of attack. Okay, where they are going to flood the traffic over your application to slow it down. Okay, so these are the things you need to be careful. I mean, the best practices you need to take care of these. Anyone has any doubt? I'm coming back to the chat box. Yeah, guys, anyone else has any kind of doubt, you guys can ask, because we are moving ahead with these part and we will explore in bit detail. Okay, like what is SSH and how we can enable these things. Any doubt or any query? Okay, fine. So let us come back and let us explore what is SSH. Maybe let me show you this thing on the dashboard as well. So this one is like a security cell. Okay, it is a cryptographic network protocol. Basically, it is used to securely access and manage remote systems. As I have told, this is used to access your instance remotely. Okay, let me show you this thing on that dashboard as well on the vultures. Okay, here I need to go to vulture. Okay, so let me click on deploy new server. Wait for it. Now let me select Delhi or something, anyone if you want. Okay, scroll down here, you will see the option of SSH keys. Okay, so these are the things. Let me show you how you can create a new SSH key. Click on add. Okay, click on this generate SSH key tutorial. Here you will find like how you can generate it. Copy this thing. Again, come back to this page. Now, what we need to do, we need to open our CMD. Okay, CMD. Paste it here. And if you want to modify your email, so change it from here. Okay, fine. Sign 123. Okay, click enter. It will ask where you want to save. I want to save it in Geeks Vulture Key Pair. Click on enter. You need not to this worry about this. Fine. Now your key must be generated and it should go on in your C user and then the username and get inside. So let us get inside your C drive and then users and then this user. Now what was the name? We have no Geeks Vulture Key Pair. Click on this one. Now here is your thing. You just need to copy this one. Now come back to the dashboard here, paste it here. Okay, now give it a name like Geeks Vulture. Sorry, Geeks Vulture Key Pair. Fine, click on add SSH key. It will be added. Now successfully it is added. Now from here you can select it. Okay, where it is Geeks Vulture Key Pair. So select it. By selecting it, you will be able to add it in your instance. Okay, now let us come back to our slide. What is next? We need to see use firewalls and security groups. Oh, okay, so the first one, which is your firewall. Okay, so the it is used to control the incoming and outgoing traffics, okay, which are coming on your instance or on your application which is deployed on the cloud. Okay, so as you can see, monitor and control the incoming and outgoing traffic here, incoming and outgoing traffic based on the predetermined security rules. Okay, so somewhere rules should be there now, because firewall will not aware about this thing. Okay, we need to set the rules. So how we can set the rules? With the help of security groups. Okay, I will show you how you can set the security group rules. Okay, so you can see we use security group to create rules to permit or deny traffic based on IP address, protocols, and ports. So let me show you the same thing on the dashboard of Vulture. come back to this one, and there is option of network. Scroll down, there is option of firewall. Click on this button. Now what we need to do, we need to add a firewall group. Give it a simple name. Let us suppose geeks vulture firewall. Click on add firewall group. Now your firewall is ready, but there is no rule added. Okay, can you see inbound IPv4 rules? So from here you can add. So let us suppose you can select the protocol. So let me show you how, the number of protocols which are available. Click on this SSH, HTTP, HTTPS, MySQL. Let us suppose if you want to open a port for MySQL, okay, so you can select this. If you want to use PostgreSQL for DNS, there is there is option. Okay, so first we are going to select this SSH, and the port number is 22. Default it is. Source, can you see anywhere? Okay, and let us suppose I want to set some IP. Okay, let us suppose I want to set IP address of my system. So from here I can set my IP, and then I have to enter the IP address of my system. Okay, but let us move ahead with anywhere. So what you need to do, you need to click on add. Now it is added, this one. Okay, rest other will be dropped. Any request which is coming from except port number 22 will be dropped. Okay, so what we need to add, we need to add HTTP so that we will be able to access it from your internet. This is for remote access SSH, and this is for like simple HTTP kind of request which we will hit from a browser. So this request is not secure, so we will add the HTTPS as well. Okay, so you can see it is also coming from anywhere. So click on add firewall rules. Now scroll down and select secure HTTPS 443 port. Okay, click on add. Now all the rules are set here. Okay, you can see. So now this is a simple process of creating your firewall. Okay, and security group, and the rules you can see for inbound traffic. Okay, now you can explore this one. Like out of 50 rules, we have set 3. Means the maximum number of rules in a single firewall group you can set is 50. Okay, and let us suppose I want to link some instance with this one. So click on this, and you will get an option. Let us suppose if I have this instance, so you just need to click on add. Okay, so this instance will be added here. Add linked instance. Okay, see, linked instance is 1. So by doing this, you will be able to secure your instances. Any question or any query, guys? Let me come back to the chat box. Okay, fine. Yeah. See, can we use Spring JWT security? See, Spring JWT security comes under your application level. Okay, so that is bit different. Here we are, let us suppose, let me explain this thing. That security is at your application level. Okay, that is not at your this instance level or cloud level. Okay, so that is at your application level. It is going to take care of the APIs, okay, which you are going to hit. So that, yes, you can. So let us come back now. So the next part, which is regular system updates, it is not under our control. It is taken care by your Vultr or any service cloud provider. Okay, they will update the operating systems or some security updates if there. So they will update those things over their platform. Okay, so it is not our headache, but we need to be aware about that. This regular system update should be there. Okay, let me scroll down and see what is the next. Secure application and database access. So what it comes here in database part, use strong unique password and database account, enable encryption for data transit. Basically what you need to do, you need to be careful about this password. Let me show you this thing on the dashboard part as well. I think I must have some database. Let me go there. Yes, I have it here. So what we need to do, the user details now. Can you see these things? Okay. So this should be very, very secure. Okay. The password, you need not to show it to anyone. I'm showing you just for an example. So you need to be careful about these credentials. Okay. You need not to share these things. And let us suppose if you want to migrate your data, so you need to be careful about this thing, like on which database you are going to be connected with. So that is important. Okay. Let me come back. And what it is saying, least privileges when granting access to database and services. So it is better to give the least privileges, means the privileges which are only required. You just need to give that privileges only. Okay, you need not to give maximum privileges to anyone, okay, over your database, so anyone can misuse this thing. So you need to be careful about the privileges part and granting access on the database. Let us see vulture object and block storage level kind of security. Okay, so you can see for vulture object, configure proper access control and utilize signed URL for limited access. Let me show you. And encrypt sensitive files. Okay, let us suppose if you are going to upload something, okay, which is a very you can say important thing, or very you can say confidential. Okay, so you better option is that you need to encrypt that thing. Okay, then you can directly upload it to in the bracket. Okay, oh sorry, bucket. First encrypt it and then upload it in the bucket. Okay, as a object. So let me come back to this point. Okay, and you need to watch your uses. You can see the graphs. Okay, CPU uses or disk operation uses. So you need to be careful about this one. Like if there is some random spikes over there on the graph, so it is very important that you should aware about this thing. Okay, some data breach happen or some kind of security breach happen. So if you are aware about this, so you will take the precautions measure. So let me come back to this cloud storage. Block storage, I was talking about this object storage. So let us suppose I have this object storage here. I have created it, and in the previous sessions we already created it, and it takes some time. Okay, so I already created this thing so that it will not kill our time. So okay, anyone else has any query in this part, like what we have covered till now? If you guys have any kind of query, I'm looking into the chat box, and I will answer all your questions, and then we will move ahead and we will see how you can control the access of the objects which you are going to upload on your bucket in the object storage part. Okay, how you can secure the object over vulture. Okay, object is simple, means any kind of file, or let us suppose if you have some image, so that is also considered as your object. Let us suppose if you have video files, so that will also be considered as a object over there. Okay, so okay, fine. So I think no one has any kind of doubt. So let me again share my screen, and yeah, fine. Now, so you need to be careful about this secret key, okay, which is here. You need not to share this thing with anyone, like anyone who is unknown to you, okay, because this is important. With the help of this secret key, now they will be able to access your entire storage. Okay, so let me show you how you can configure this thing. So go to accounts, and let us suppose I want to add account. So what you need to do, you need to select this S3 compatible storage. Here you need to pass this endpoint which is there on your dashboard. This copy this one, come back to S3, Now paste it here, and you need to pass the port 443. Now access key ID, guys, here it is available. Access key ID is this one. Copy this access key. You will see like how anyone can access your database if he has this thing, like the secret key, the access key. Okay, so it is very easy for them to access your database, sorry, storage. Now all things are done. Okay, what you need to do, you just need to click on add account. Okay, after clicking this, what you need to do, come back here, sorry, come back here, click on accounts. You will see if you give a name or new account, so it will appear here. If you want to rename this thing now, you can directly go to manage accounts. I just want to rename this one, so yeah, I got an option like geeks vulture storage, sorry, object storage. Okay, let us suppose I have saved. Now what I'm going to show you, let us suppose I have a virus here. No, not this one. Let us suppose this is a virus. Let me rename this thing. Let us consider this is this and virus. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to upload this virus on your storage. So where is the virus? Let me check it. I think it should be in the documents. It is here. So come back to S3 browser. Now go to your documents here. Search for virus. Here is the virus now uploaded. Now your virus is uploaded, and let us suppose I want to apply changes and reload. Let me show you that this virus should be available on your bucket. Come back to your bucket and get inside this bucket. Okay, we need to wait. It is giving some kind of error like could not retrieve objects. Refresh and try again. So let me refresh our page once again. My internet is working fine. Apply changes and reload. Let me again come back. So we need to wait for it. Let it get uploaded. Okay, it is still in loading state. So in the meanwhile, anyone has any kind of query or question, guys? If you have, you can directly ask. I will answer. Okay. Okay, we need to wait. Sometime we have to wait. We have to wait. Because we don't have any other option. From here now, let us suppose I want to give access. So I want to give access of reading to all the users. So I can directly take on this one and apply changes and reload. And wait for it. Okay, I think there is some problem. We have to wait because as you can see, like things are loading here as well as on the cloud part. Okay. Let me again open it. Buckets. Now, can you see this virus is here? So if it is an malicious file or any kind of virus, okay, so it will corrupt the entire bucket, okay, and maybe it will get the access of the whole instance of mine. So it is not good, okay, to share the credentials which I have shown you in the overview part here, the host name, the secret key, and the access key. You need not to share these things. And I hope you guys are aware about like how you can access this thing. What you need to do, go to this one, change access, click on enable. Now you will be able to access this one. See, okay. So by doing this, you can secure your storages as well. Okay, you need not to share the credentials with anyone who is unknown to you. Okay, anyone has any query or question till now? Okay, so let us move ahead and see what I have discussed about the logging and monitoring. As I have told, like logging is very important. With the help of logging, you will be able to see all the events which was happened on your instance or on your application. Okay, so you will be able to see all the events. Okay, and monitoring means let us suppose if you are not available, because it is not possible as a human being to monitor the graphs all the time, so it is better to put some alarm over there. Okay, let us suppose if the graph is going more than like 25% of CPU utilization, no, not 25, let us suppose, let me take some value of 75. Okay, so if the CPU utilization is getting more than 75, so you can set an alert, and with that one you will get some SMS or email. Okay, so by doing this you will be able to save your system, okay, before it get failed. You can see the example as well, it is mentioned like CPU spikes or memory overuse. Okay, so these are the important things like logging and monitoring part. Okay, now let us come back to the backup and disaster recovery thing. So while creating an instance, I'm going to show you this thing at an instance level. So come back to this part, compute, click on deploy, and click on this deploy a new server option. Now shared, click on this shared CPU, and now click on this one, Alpine Linux, and scroll down and select this one. Now there is an option of auto backup. Can you see what it is saying? Like peace of mind. You need not to worry about this thing if you put the things on backup. So if the one thing get failed, or let us suppose if one data center is failed or some problem happened, so your application will be accessible from other one. Okay, so but this is costly. It will going to charge uh, price of $1.2 per month. Okay, so if you enable this thing, so you will be at safer side. Okay, now let me come back to my slide. You can see like how you can prevent this failure or attack. In case of failure of or attack, the backup will be there, so your data or your application will be secured. Okay, now multi-factor authentication. I will not be able to log in log out this thing, but if you will be able to enable this thing, multi-factor authentication, you will get an pop-up of this. Let us suppose if you have entered your username or email and your password. Okay, after entering your username and password, you will get this kind of pop-up. Okay, where it will send some code. Okay, EB W, this kind of code it will send to you on your email. So you will without entering that one, you will not be able to logged into your vulture account. So this is also important, like multi-factor authentication should be on. Okay, for security purpose. The last, I think, okay, the last thing, which is a DDoS kind of attack. So how you can prevent this thing? DDoS means a distributed denial of service, where the hacker is going to flood going to put I mean, I can say like in million and billion of requests, okay, on your server at a single time. So your server will not be able to cope up this kind of thing. Okay, so it is better to use this DDoS kind of protection. Okay, so if they will I mean, if you enable this thing, so they will detect this like this is a I can say distributed denial of service kind of attack. So they will block all those IPs. Okay, so by doing this, your application will be secure. Okay, so let me show you how you can enable this DDoS kind of attack. What we can see, any question or query, guys? Till now, what we have covered. So if you have any kind of query or question, you can directly ask in the chat box. I am looking into it. So the things which we have covered till now, any question or query? Okay, fine. There is no query or question. So while creating this instance, now you will get an option like this one, where it is DDoS protection. So can you see this option? Add a layer of protection to ensure consistent performance and uninterrupted system access. Click on this, learn more if you want to see. Okay, what it is going to cost? It is going to cost $10 per month. Okay, and real-time analytics and reporting, you will get this kind of support over there. No increased latency. Okay, so all the things you can see, and this protection is available in 32 locations worldwide. Can you see this blue dots all over the world? So it is in our India, like Delhi and Mumbai, and the third one is in Bangalore. So it is available. Okay, like if you deployed your application in these regions or in these data centers, you will get the distributed denial of service kind of protection. You just need to enable this thing, and they are going to charge some money. So from here, what you need to just select this one. Okay, can you see the price get up? Like let me this one, $7.2 per month, but when I enabled this thing, it jumped to 17.2. Okay, so by doing this, you will be able to protect your application. Okay, so I have shown you from where you can select this SSH key, and let me show you this firewall. From here, you can select your firewall, like which kind of firewall you want to have in your system. Okay, so let me select this one. Okay, auto backup is also on. Okay, fine. What I need to do, let me put some user data over the option, which is user data option. Now it is enabled. Click on this button. Now, fine. Your SSH key is enabled. Firewall is enabled. Let me give a name like simple server. Now click on deploy button. It will take some time. Okay. Wait for it. It will get deployed. Anyone has any query or question, guys? Because it will take some time to deploy our application. Sorry, the instance. Wait for it. Okay, fine. It is in running state, but still it will take some time. You can see like, please note your server may still be finishing and installing and booting up. So still we have to wait. But you can see like the username, the password. So this is also very important for you all to be aware about. and user graphs here you can see. Okay, so if you set the uh, things over there, like we have selected this DDoS, so it will send some notifications to you. Settings, in the settings you can see, okay, the IP and the DNS, domain name server. Okay, so all the things are available. Now in the backup option, which is here, no backup till now. Okay, you can see this is scheduled. Okay, Wednesday on 8 p.m. Okay, next scheduled backup. Okay, 16th 10. So it will automatically back up the things. User data, which we have put it over there, so it is also available. Now tags and this DDoS. Okay, no recent attack found. So any kind of attack is going to happen, so it will appear here in this section. Okay, anyone has any query or question, guys? Till now I have shown how you can deploy it. Okay, now let me click on this. You can click on this console part and it will try to connect with your server. I think, yeah, now we can enter our root. I mean, the username is root and the password. Let me enter this thing from here itself. Now paste it here. Okay, click on it. Now can you see we are connected? You can see welcome to Alpine. Now we are connected with our instance from here. Okay, so this is the way with the help of which you will be able to connect with your instance. Okay, anyone else has any query or question, guys? Okay. So the last point, you can see the importance of the security. Okay, like cyber threats, and you can maintain service reliability. Okay, preserve both business reputation as well as customer trust. Okay, if your instance or your virtual machine or your application is secure, so by doing this you can gain the trust of users. Okay, and the reputation of your organization will also be maintained. Okay, data protection, I have discussed these things in detail. Okay, so thank you so much, thank you for listening to this session, and I wish you the best for this upcoming hackathon. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and let me uh, end the stream. Thank you so much. Okay, best of luck to you all for your upcoming hackathon.